All right, cool. So it's been a few days since I posted, so I'm just gonna post this one. I'm reading like Nassim Taleb's like Black Swans right now. I was just texting my friend Cameron. Um, so I think one interesting thing that I thought of is like people, and I've probably said this before. I've definitely thought this before, but people like expand on like a little bit of knowledge. So I think like I don't know, like depending on what you enter into like your brain is like your life, like that's what you're gonna like call back on, right? So if you can enter like if you can enter like physics into your life, then you know like okay, like this is this is good because then you can like show it, right? I guess like also being able to talk well is kind of like a biological signal. Which I haven't read. I need to read Richard Dawkins, but like I'm pretty certain about this just from hearing it on like YouTube and hearing it a lot, right? So like being able to talk well, like if you practice music, then you can play the guitar, right? So that's like a biological like signal of like, okay, this person's good at the guitar. Does that make him like? No, I'm not trying to sound dumb, but like, does it make him musical though? I don't know. Um, I think Socrates talked about that a little bit. But I don't know. I think one issue that people have is they like, well, it's maybe not an issue, but people learn to like seem smart rather than actually be smart. And they'll like learn a bunch of different facts. And I did the same thing as a kid, where you have facts and examples, and I don't know, they'll like learn to like persuade and stuff. Which I should read like Aristotle's like ethics or whatever, Nicaean ethics, but essentially like I would say persuasion's bad, right? Because every culture really is different. Like people underestimate how different everyone is. Like everyone wants everyone to be the same, which we are the same, right? Like we're all human. Like it's 99 like percent, 99.99 like nine like like all the same, right? But well, now I'm making an argument from like I can't even prove this, right? Like what's even the point of making an argument if like you can't prove it like in your lifetime? If like you're just making an argument like I feel this way, right? But you could never prove it. And in 1,000 years you very well might be right. Right? Like you could definitely be right about whatever your argument is because your argument could be logical. You know, you could be like Socrates and no, Socrates didn't really say that, but I'm saying there are lots of people who came up with things of like, oh, one day humans will be able to fly, right? And you could find their logic. Like I'm assuming this is an assumption. I don't know who actually said this, but you could find their logic going back like probably like 1,000 years ago. Someday humans will be able to fly. Why? Because my God said so. Like because yeah, well literally it could be like that. Because like my God said so. Because I had a dream about it. Like I'm an oracle. Like I have a dream and one day humans will be able to fly. And you could write that down and then it could be like copied and copied. And now like people are flying. So people could give that person credit for saying, "Oh wow, this guy really predicted this like 1,000 years ago." But there's a lot of people that predict stuff, but not a lot of people that build stuff, right? So if you actually like, if you actually want to make stuff happen, you have to build it and test it and be like, I think I can build this, right? And then go out and do it, right? Like even a person could be like, I think I could make money. Like I think I could be a billionaire. And then you go do that, which is what I'm gonna do. Um, but it's gonna be funny in like 5 years. I wonder if people might think this is fake, like this video. But I you know, I control my own future, and I can literally aim for like the highest thing possible. Like I already pretty much know what I want, right? I'd be like a billionaire. Then well, I really like this direct democracy idea that I have. So you know, we'll have to see. But anyways, I was thinking. So how did my thoughts there? That's a bad one. Well, I mean, I'll just fuck thinking. Sorry. Um, that's funny. See, that second time I wasn't thinking. Just then, I wasn't thinking that time. But the time before when I said it, I was thinking. Well, maybe let's just say. Well, I was thinking somewhat strategically is what I was gonna say. But I mean, when you watch this video, though, it comes across different. Like, you don't see, like, you can't see my thoughts, so it's like that's interesting. Anyways, what I was saying before to start this video, the thing I was thinking about before was like the stupid direct democracy app, and like if I was gonna implement that in Canada, and then if I was actually gonna like get elected prime minister, and then like you know switch up on everyone in the House of Commons, like, no direct democracy app now. We're gonna do this instead. Um, but that's so dumb. Uh, but yeah, what was I saying? Like, not enough people have belief. Like, they have belief in their kids, then they lose it as they get older. I think that's true. Sorry, but anyways, I was just saying the only way. Like, I don't know if a lot of these, because I'm reading this book. I don't know if a lot of well, I know. Like, I mean, a lot of life is just sales. Like, I swear the biologists need to. I need to read the biology, but like in school though, like they teach. I mean, I agree with this. They teach in like they don't give you the answers in school, which is dumb, right? Like they don't. They give you like they give you the tools to go get the answers, I guess, like reading and stuff. But they could just like give you the answers, you know? Like I think one of the things that people find so like well, this may be dumb. This is something I've heard before, but I'll say it anyways. Something that people find so like comforting in church is like that you get the answers directly. Um, people, it's crazy. Maybe a lot of people, different people watching this, interpreting this in different ways. But um, yeah, this is only 9 minutes. Okay, fuck. I might not even post this again so long. Um, yeah, if in elementary school and high school, instead of teaching you about like genomes and stuff, they taught you like more like actual like biology and like human psychology and stuff, like it would be better. But I heard in public schools they kind of do that. I went to like a private school. I went to like a Catholic school, so it was like it was very different. Maybe they don't really like teach the stuff that like the public schools teach. Yeah, I have no idea. Um, in university though, no one's successful though. If it's really true that it's all like call it manipulation, persuasion, all people liking you, all sounding good, right? Like if we're assuming that's true, it's like, okay, this is what's true. So like critical theory, like or just any of these other things, like there isn't God. Stuff is just like persuasion or whatever. Um, then it's like, okay, well, not even that. That's not even what it is. It's not even an assumption on that. I think just given like and I need to read these like studies and stuff because I mean, you could interpret stuff, but like the split brain experiments and given like the evidence that we have of, I guess maybe there aren't haven't been videos for that long to get like the good evidence to be provable, but I'm pretty sure like the top biologists like know this. I need to read more about it. But if we could assume that like the biologists are right, okay, then shouldn't that be one of the first things that we're teaching people? Because in terms of like skepticism or in terms of like knowing your mind for protecting your mind, right? Like that would be important to know. Okay? And then well, I guess there is like politics and stuff. But definitely most people though, like I mean, I'm going to say for myself. Okay? The successful people know the truth, okay? Whether they use it for good or evil is up to them, but they do know the truth, right? Like they do. They could charge you for the truth like $20 a month or something, but they know it, right? So then why do these like university professors, right? Who are like 60 years old, who presumably like also know the truth, right? Or why does like the god, like the preacher guy who goes on TV, why do they do these things where they like they know like the biology presumably, and at least if they don't know it, they must be like intentionally like ignorant to it. I don't know. It's very interesting. They say when you like learn alone, you're like dangerous. But I swear it's because you don't like you stop your mind from jumping from one thing to another. So you're not like if you're alone, you can narrow down on one specific field, right? Like that is what the PhDs do. You can go and like go right into it and get so like after just the things you care about, um that like it stops your mind from bouncing around. Now I guess like that leads other people to interpret what PhDs are doing, but some PhDs are specifically designed to persuade people, right? Which isn't good. Um, I don't know. It's pretty interesting. But I'm out here in the forests of knowledge alone.